皆さん、こんにちは。ローズです。元気ですか？ Welcome back to 日本語。このビデオでは、レッスン36番の文法を紹介します。でも、その前に、レッスン35番の文法を復習しましょう。First, we've learned about the conditional form 何々ば or if 何々. We've learned how to change verbs, adjectives, and nouns into their conditional form. For example, 行けば if you go, 食べれば if you eat, すれば if you do. And for adjectives, for example, if it's good, よければ or if it's not good, ダメなら and so on. Next, we've learned about how to use conditional forms followed by the main sentence. For example, if you want to say, if you eat it, you might like it. 食べれば好きになるかもしれない. Next, we've also learned about noun なら nani nani when we want to give more information about something or if we want to make something a topic. For example, onsen なら白馬がいいですよ. If you're talking about onsen or hot springs, Hakuba is a good place. We've also learned how to ask for advice, directions, or suggestions using the conditional form. The pattern is interrogative, followed by the conditional form, and then いいですか? For example, what should I do? We can say どうすればいいですか? And lastly, we've learned about how to use conditional form followed by hodo, when we want to say that the more you do something, the more something is. For example, the more you eat Filipino food, the more you'll crave for it. フィリピン料理を食べれば食べるほど食べたくなるんです。はい、大丈夫ですか? Before we begin, make sure to check out the vocabulary list for this lesson. それでは、レッスン36番の文法を勉強しましょう。Here are the grammar points for today's lesson. The first one is verb 1 in dictionary form, followed by yoni and then verb 2, or verb 1 in nai form, followed by yoni and then verb 2. This pattern is used to express an objective, aim, or a goal. So this means verb 2, in order to, or so that, verb 1. So here, verb 1 is the goal, the aim, or the objective. So let's look at some examples. I will send it by express mail in order for it to be delivered early. Our goal is to be able to deliver it early or for it to arrive early. Hayaku, early, todokimasu, to be delivered or arrive. Hayaku, so here we will change todokimasu to its dictionary form, which is todoku, followed by yoni, for it to be delivered early, 早く届くように速達で出します。早く届くように速達で出します。Another example, I will learn Japanese so that I'll be able to work in Japan. Our goal is to be able to work in Japan, so we will use the potential verb of 働きます, which is 働けます。日本で働けます。be able to work. 日本で first we'll change it to dictionary form. 働けるように日本語を勉強します。日本で働けるように日本語を勉強します。Another example, please speak loudly so that you can be heard clearly. Our goal is to be heard clearly or はっきり聞こえます。はっきり聞こえる dictionary form followed by ように大きい声で言ってください。はっきり聞こえるように大きい声で言ってください。Another example, so that my family will not worry, I will call them. So our goal is 家族が心配しません。家族が心配しない。So here we are using the ない form or the negative, not to worry. 心配しないように電話をかけます or 電話をします。家族が心配しないように電話をかけます。In lesson 19, we've learned about narimas, meaning to become or to change from one state to another. In this pattern, we will use narimas with yoni. Verbs used in this pattern express possibility or ability, such as potential verbs, wakarimas or miemas, and so on. So here we will use narimas with yoni to express change in state. For example, the pattern is verb in dictionary form, yoni narimas. Something changed to different state. For example, if you watch nihongo kanji videos, you will be able to read kanji. So the goal is to be able to read kanji. Kanji ga yomemasu. So here we are using the potential form of yomimasu, which is yomemasu. 日本語の漢字のビデオを見れば、if you watch 日本語漢字 videos, 漢字が読める。Again, the potential form of 読みます is 読めます。And then we change it to dictionary form, 読める。Followed by ようになります。So here, this is a future sentence, meaning that if you do the action, which is the verb, you will change from not being able to read kanji to being able to read kanji. 日本語の漢字のビデオを見れば、漢字が読めるようになります。Another example, I use it every day, so I've become able to type fast on my smartphone. The goal was 早く打てます or from the verb 打ちます to type. Here we are using the potential, which is 打てます。毎日使っているから I use it every day. スマホで早く打てるようになりました。Here, it's in the past or it already happened. So the change already happened. From not being able to type fast, you were able to type fast now because you keep using smartphone every day. Again, 毎日使っているからスマホで早く打てるようになりました。We can also use this pattern to express that a habit which did not exist before has been acquired. For example, humans started to eat meat from about 2 million years ago. So before that, humans don't eat meat. But eventually, they started to eat meat. So our verb is 肉を食べます。人間 humans 人間は2億年ぐらい前から from about 2 million years ago 肉を食べる so again 食べます change to dictionary form 食べるようになりました so before they don't eat meat but now they do 人間は2億年ぐらい前から肉を食べるようになりました Now, let's use a negative verb or verb なくなります For example, because of the lockdown, many people won't be able to go out freely. Our verb is 出かけられます So this is before 出かけられます People are able to go out, but it changed to 出かけられない So 出かけられます able to go out to 出かけられない not being able to go out. So we say ロックダウンだから because of the lockdown 大勢の人が many people 自由に freely 出かけられなく so verb in なく verb ない so 出かけられな remove い change it to ku, followed by なります。ロックダウンだから大勢の人が自由に出かけられなくなります。So here the verb 出かけられない is just like an e adjective. We've learned in the past lessons that 何々 narimas to become something using e adjectives and na adjectives. For e adjectives, we just remove e and then change it to ku, followed by なります。出かけられなくなります。Another example, children can no longer study at school. So our verb is 勉強できます。So before, they can study at school. But now, 勉強できません or in plain form, 勉強できない。So we say, 子供たちは or 子供たちが学校で at school 勉強できなく again できない becomes できなくなりました。子供たちは学校で勉強できなくなりました。We can also use this to express that a habit which existed before has become obsolete. So this is the opposite of the previous one. For example, since I bought my computer, I don't watch TV anymore. So before you used to watch TV, but now you don't. So our verb is テレビを見ません。パソコンを買ってからもうテレビを見ません becomes 見ない。So it becomes 見なくなりました。パソコンを買ってからもうテレビを見なくなりました。Next is how to give a negative answer to have you been able to 何々何々ようになりましたか For example, if someone asks, have you been able to play Chopin's work? So our verb is 弾けます able to play an instrument. もうチョパンの曲が again change 弾けます to its dictionary form which is 弾ける followed by ようになりましたかもうチョパンの曲が弾けるようになりましたか You might answer, no, not yet. I want to be able to play already. いいえ、まだ弾けません。いいえ、まだ弾けません。もう弾けるようになりたいです。いいえ、まだ弾けません。もう弾けるようになりたいです。Next is ようにしています which is used to express that you are trying to do something habitually or continuously. So here the pattern is verb dictionary form ようにしています meaning try to do an action habitually or continuously. For example, only if possible, I try to jog every day. Our verb is ジョギングします。できるだけ only if possible 毎日ジョギングする again dictionary form ようにしていますできるだけ毎日ジョギングするようにしています Another example, if I can, I try to save 50,000 yen per month. Our goal is 貯金します or to save money. できれば毎月5万円ずつ貯金するようにしています。できれば毎月5万円ずつ貯金するようにしています。Next is the opposite, verb ないようにしています meaning try not to do an action habitually or continuously. For example, because I can't fall asleep at night, I try not to use electronic devices before going to bed. Our goal is to not use electronic devices. 電子デバイスを使いません。夜に 眠れないから not able to fall asleep 寝る前に電子デバイスを使わない So 使いません use the dictionary form or the ない form 使わないようにしています夜に眠れないから寝る前に電子デバイスを使わないようにしています。Since I got fat, I try not to eat sweets. Our goal is お菓子を食べません。Not to eat sweets. 太りましたから I got fat. お菓子を食べないようにしています。太りましたからお菓子を食べないようにしています。When making a request, we usually use the nani nani te kudasai or nani nani naide kudasai, which is a more direct expression of making a request. We can also use yoni followed by shite kudasai when we want to make a request. This is an indirect way of making a request or much more polite way of making a request. Meaning, please try to or please make sure to do something. However, we don't use this normally as we use nani nani te kudasai or nani nani naide kudasai. We only use this in certain requests. One is when requesting someone to try to do something habitually and continuously. For example, please try to follow the rules. Our request is 規則を守ります。規則を守るようにしてください。Another is when requesting to do someone or when politely requesting someone to do something in a one-off or one-time situation. For example, please be sure not to be late tomorrow. So this is a one-time request. Our request is 絶対に遅れません。明日は絶対に遅れないようにしてください。明日は絶対に遅れないようにしてください。Although 何々ようにください cannot be used to make a request on the spot. For example, when we want to say, please turn off the lights. We can say 電気を消してください。But we cannot use 電気を消すようにしてください。Next is A とか B とか meaning A, B, and so on, or things like A and B. So this is used when we give examples, just like in lesson 10, which is the expression nani nani ya nani nani nado. For example, Miss Yamanaka, what kind of exercise do you do? Yamanaka-san, どんな運動をしていらっしゃいますか? So していらっしゃいます is the more polite form of していますか? Well, dancing, swimming, and so on. そうですね。ダンスとか、水泳とか、and so on. はい、以上です。このレッスンはどうですか？もし質問かコメントがあったら下に書いてください。あとは、このビデオは役に立ったら、like ボタンと subscribe ボタンを押してください。And also make sure to click the notification bell so you don't miss any of the future lessons. はい、またねー。